Hello everyone, and welcome back to The Skulk, continuing the story of Winds of Change. Now something I just thought of what I could do with the second file instead of just leave it here the whole time, where I thought back then I was going to be going down two paths. This is way too long of a story for me to want to do that. So instead, I'm going to save on two files at the beginning, so if I start recording and one happens to not get recorded, and I saved the story, and at the end of the episode, I can't go back, I can now. So I'm gonna make two saves at the before anything's over. So yeah, let's get this thing started. It's a worry I was thinking about just now, actually. Oh, before you continue, let me just save right here. There you go, yes. I only had Lesson rank at the time. Here we go. We all arrive back at the war table, taking sides for Leaf. Dominick's speech was great. It helped the rebels find hope again. But they need more than words to win an upcoming battle.
So, we need to find a new army. But recruiting Mazaeans would take far too long. We need to take drastic measures and fast.
Like, how fast, and who are you thinking about?
This is where my initial plan comes into play. We can use that spiritual energy to create seers. They could see the outcome of every battle, every attack.
Unless they keep getting intercepted from the Triumvirate, like he did me.
That doesn't make any sense, Dominic. Visions lied to the king, led us into a trap. The Triumvirate could just do that all over again.
Exactly. It was crappy. I saw something, and then it gave me another vision. And the vision wasn't what the spirits, or the passed on, the imprisoned, I don't know, that sounds kind of demeaning, isn't it? It's not. They were. And anyways, let's continue. I'm putting feet in my mouth, so many feet. I notice he uses my new title. Still feels odd.
I'm not sure that's how it works. Beforehand, the visions came from their prison. That means the Triumvirate could tamper with the outflow. But now, all of that is in the hands of the king. There's nothing more getting in the way, see what I mean? The power of the spirit realm is now ours to wield, Ulrich.
Really?
That still doesn't make any sense. The spirit realm isn't what we thought it was, Dominic. It was just a prison. How can that help us tell the future?
That does make a point. Before Dominic can respond, Salas steps forward.
That was our culture. We all had this ability. It is how the monarchy lived in peace and prosperity. There was no danger left unchecked. No chance. The world was being guided to the one true future. It is not unlike the concept of fate that some believe in, but it is tangible. We knew where we were going. Always.
Either that can be two things. Very helpful and boring. Not saying that the helpful part isn't good, but if you always knew what was happening, then there would be no excitement. Maybe you'd be excited to see something coming in. Never mind, it would be boring. Because you'd be surprised of what would be coming, and not what something happened in the moment, all of a sudden. Because when you're saying, oh, happy birthday, Jimmy, oh, open a present, I knew I was getting this, so why did you wrap it? But still, I love it.
That is why the Triumvirate was such a shock to us. An unknown variable in a future we completely mapped out. It was too late to adapt. We were already shackled.
Wait, is this what they're thinking? Is this what people are saying, like the Mayans? Because I was told that the Mayans had like a whole wall or mural thing mapped out of what things are might or would be happening. And yeah, might be.
We slowly learned to lend our foresight to your world. However, we were only strong enough to help one individual. This is the concept you have learned to call the seer, or seeress. Domek's theory is sound. There is no longer any interference. The source of this power is now the king, rather than a prison. He can freely give this power to any individual he pleases.
Sweet!
Can he give it to himself?
We would not recommend this course of action. Every vision he induces would reduce his overall strength. It would whittle away at the monarchy, slowly killing us all.
Oh.
Furthermore, he does not know how to ration this power. He could end up expending almost all of it with a single vision. We would recommend giving a small portion of power to others.
Okay. How would I do that?
However, they would be rendered useless after this war. Using this power would be too much for their mind.
Useless?
They would be unable to think for themselves, or at all. The king could only do this because he grew up with that power. Just like our culture. To receive it too late can wreak havoc on the mind.
Wait. If I give it to people, I would start losing my mind, or would they start losing their mind? I grew up with this power, so I know about it, I feel it? Or would the ones I give to others? Who's becoming potatoes?
So they'd just sit around until they died?
Unless you fed them.
Oh.
There must be another way. Just look in front of you. That energy could be used to bring back the forces we lost. We could create more vessels for the monarchy. More soldiers.
Ulrich was right. There was more than one choice here. It wouldn't be right to condemn our people to a zombie-like existence. If their minds died out after the war, they'd have no victory to enjoy. Yeah! Flippin' yeah! We might be able to win the war with the foresight in everybody, so it wasn't me becoming potato. That's okay. I just needed to know, because he said, I was wondering what he was meaning. He said that they become a potato with after the war because they expended themselves. Who? I was wondering, because I probably didn't pay attention enough. It was not me, because I grew up with it. Everyone else that I give it to would become potatoes. Like, I'm not saying that in a demeaning way. You'd literally be like, as the term is, a couch potato. You cannot do anything. You'd have nothing left. And as it says right there, they would not be able to enjoy the victory. They would not know that they even won or what even happened anymore. It would suck. That would be something I can ask you. If it would win the war and bring peace to the future, would you want to find another way, or would you sacrifice your own existence, your mind? You would not be able to. You'd practically be dead. Once you lost your mind, you may have a body that's sitting there, and they can feed it to keep your body alive. But your memory gone, you're practically dead because you are no longer there. Would you sacrifice yourself for a better future by losing yourself? Or would you like to find another way? That is the question. We'll see what choices we have.
We would not advise this action. We can barely maintain this form. The wounds that ended Salus are burning, as if freshly inflicted. It is only tolerable because of the immense power within us. Lesser beings would be feeling eternal pain, and death does not come easily to a vessel like this. Wounds endured during the war would add to this pain.
Oh, sorry, now you are in agonizing pain.
We would not wish this punishment upon anybody. Life in eternal pain, a constant memory of their own death. They perished for your cause. Give them the rest they deserve.
That's true. That is true. They are now at rest.
I don't know. An army of seers would be great for strategizing, but stealing their own future from them? That's wrong. On the other hand, bringing back the dead? I'm unsure.
Yeah, that's the thing. If you brought back the dead, if they brought back the dead, we brought back the dead, We either let the living see the future and lose their minds, or bring the dead back to life and they feel excruciating pain the whole time they're alive. In fact, as I said, they'd live forever, or until they die again. Neither seem good.
The pain would fuel their rage and make them stronger. They could eventually learn to manage it with medicine. At least they'd have a future. The Seers certainly wouldn't.
There must be something else we can do.
Not if you wish to make use of this power. It is powerful when used, but limited in scope. I will help the king carry out whichever he decides.
Right, I guess it's not my place to choose. Sorry, I must be still adjusting to this change.
It's okay. Suddenly, all eyes are upon me. Oh crap, this is where I'd cripple and fall to the ground. Maybe. I'd be so dang nervous. Personally, if I was in this situation, I have to adjust and start getting used to it, but I personally am not great in the center of attention. Because unless their expectations are not high, I feel more at ease. But if their expectations upon my decisions are high and I don't do the right decision they hope for, who I am to them is no longer of worth. And that would suck. Because I'm not a grand individual, but I'd like to do what I can. So maybe I should have to have that mentality. If they have expectations on me, that's all on them. I do the best I can. Alright. I have no idea what to say or do. Eternal pain or robbing futures? Creating seers would ruin their mind after the war. They just sit in a chair while we fed them to remain alive. They're already dead, as I said. When you lose your mind, you're already dead. But an empty vessel, an army of vessels, they'd feel nothing but excruciating pain. And not even death would come to free them from that pain. The body could get ravaged, but the power would still be inside. If only it were possible to cure them of this pain after the war was over. Or for that matter, I wish it were possible to preserve the seers' minds. But neither option has a foreseeable cure. This is a choice involving the war. We needed an immediate boost in forces, and it seemed that no cost was too high. What should I do? This sucks. If I have to choose one or the other.
I'm sorry. I don't know. I really can't help you this time.
You're asking too much of me. Sorry. This isn't something I could possibly decide.
You thinking I want to? They gave me nothing, but this is where the heaviness comes in. Even if they give me nothing, this is all on my head, my shoulders, knees and toes. Holy crap, there is no other option. Here in the comments if you wanted to. I would like to know what you chose and why. Your reasoning. Would you have your people be able to win the war by foreseeing the future, but them to pretty much die in mind? Or would you bring them back to life, but feel pain the whole time? And so far, they have no idea if death will save them from this pain. Both are super hard. Ulrich gave us at least that thought, but that's under his mind and thought, that the pain will fuel their rage, and that they might become accustomed to it with medicine. We tend to them, but they'd still be alive. But will they be able to pass on? Will they be able to pass on afterwards? I might choose this one because, as Ulrich said, I think is logical. Sorry, the cat's at the window. He keeps scratching my the mesh that has the window on it. It's literally torn to shreds right now. I'm not saying this is the right decision. There is no full-on right decision. Just which is... We'll see how things work. An army of monarch vessels would be the most useful. Will it? We need the rage that would motivate their every attack. I just don't want them to lose their minds. The thing is, I wonder if I made this right decision, because if they lose their minds in life, when they die, their brains... Wait. The brain is their memory, but in their afterlife, is their memory still stored? Would being seers be better? Or bring people back to life to feel pain? I already chose this path, so I'm going down it, but now that I thought of that just now, your memory might be gone in life, but is it gone in death? That's what I was worried about. If you're dead, does your memory stay the way it was in life? That would be horrible, that when you die, you have no memory at all. So you're practically dead twice. I don't know. We'll continue down this path. The resilience of their body would also be helpful in our cause. An army of undying vessels seeking vengeance. We can only hope that they accept this fate. I did wrong. I'm sure I did. I did wrong, didn't I? They wanted rest. They fought for their cause already. And now they're at rest. But if you die, knowing you did what you could to help, but in death, you see, let's say your spirit is walking around like these spirits are, would you be happy seeing that you're dead and there's still hardships happening? They still wish they can help? Would you take that? If you were dead and you from that fight and you were spirit form, would you take this opportunity to go back in the body, feel pain from your last death? Last death? Your death. From your death. And would you want to continue, try to fight again? I think I would. I may feel pain from my death. But I would like to help secure it. I don't know. It says undying. Will they never die now? Are they forever roaming this world? Did I just make immortals? I don't know. Continuing. I know I'm speaking a lot more than reading, but this is heavy. This is really heavy. What is the choices that you would make? This is... Alright, I'll try not to pause too much more, but still, I needed to say something. Hopefully their suffering would be worth it. I make my choice known to my allies. I met with uncertain gazes, as I expected. There was no right choice in this situation.
Very well.
So, there we have it. What happens next?
I will take the king to the idol and help. After that, we must all convene in this war room. A strategy is required for this newfound army.
They all nod and step closer to the table. I follow Salas out of the room to carry out my duty. As we leave, I can hear them planning, and I feel hopeful. Morale has gone up 5%. We will turn this defeat into a most profound victory. Under my leadership, we would witness the triumvirate fall. I follow Salas back to the room with the spirit idol. It's dark and dim. With its death, the monarchy was imprisoned no more. However, existing within vessels and the blade, was that considered freedom? I wonder what would happen to the monarchy after this war. Their bodies are likely long gone. What would become of them? I wonder if there's a way to reverse everything the Triumvirate has done. But there's no time to think about that. It's time to create our army. Much to our luck, before we begin, Milas arrived at the rebel headquarters. Alongside him was a massive amount of people from Valinor. His evacuation was successful. This meant far more soldiers. Grizz, I'm glad you're always by our side. I'm just sad that it's glitched you here. And it also meant a large number of volunteers. It wasn't much longer until the room was scattered with corpses. Just where Dominic wanted to bury them, but also accessible to us. But part of me felt bad. Of course we feel bad. Condemning them to a future of pain and misery. War called for desperate measures, and this truly seemed like the best choice. Hold on. Are we doing what the Triumvirate did? We didn't really take the lives of others to turn them into soldiers. We're bringing them a chance to come back to fight for what they took from us, from them. I was just thinking about that just now. Are we doing what the Triumvirate did? Salas and I stand before the bodies, taking in a gruesome sight. It is just like I thought. The blade is an extension of the wielder's mind. Salas told me how to wield it, and I touched the bodies of the fallen with it. Almost like a knighting ceremony with the stories of old. In the stories of old. I declared them vessels. This is necromancy. But he also told me that the effects wouldn't happen immediately. The corpses would need to be monitored for the next day or so. When they woke up, they'd be scarred and very scared. Scarred too, but still. And very confused. After that, we make our way back to the war table. I can only hope that things go as planned for our future. When we arrive, it seems like Dominic already had a strategy. Now, this episode just gone on longer than it could have gone on for a little bit longer, but maybe. I was trying to find a good stopping point. Even though I did speak a lot, I feel that I feel. Oh no. Wait a minute. Would giving them sight be the purer option? I know it was corrupt to bring the dead back to life, but would it be corrupt as well? I mean, apparently you make two decisions. You have occasionally two decisions to make. Making Valessa the chief of your village, or Fortame. And Fortame turned out to be corruption. I made three pure options, and Fortame being the leader of the village was a corrupt option. This one is difficult to figure out. What? Either one would be corrupt, I think. I know the one I would be is nowhere across from being pure, but would be giving the people sight. I don't know. As I said, I'm going with my choice, even if I regret, because just in life, you cannot go back. I know this is a game, this is a story. You can go back. But we're going with this. I'm holding to my word. But if you guys wanted to have probably the purest story, I guess being making everyone a seer and becoming potatoes after the war is the pure option. Anyways, thank you guys for stopping by and enjoying the story episode with me. And until I see you guys again, have a great day, everyone.